Hi, everybody, and welcome back. I hope that you're all doing great. And welcome back to Linda C. from Linda C. Wellness, Linda Condrangianis. Yes. Linda,
Hi,
how are you today?
I'm good. I'm great. How are you?
I'm good, thank you, love. This is going to be a weekly occurrence because I made that pasta the other day that you demonstrated to us, and oh my God, it was delicious. And I did put in chicken just because I had chicken, but it was so delicious and so easy. So now, what are you doing for us today?
So I don't know. Well, I do know because we chat all the time. We've been snacking nonstop. For me, especially, we've been staying up really late, and I've been snacking at all hours, which is terrible. And I've been grabbing at things that I shouldn't have. So I thought it was best that I came on and gave you a nice little easy, healthy snack. No baking here at all. It's a simple, easy snack that everybody can make, and it's a lemon turmeric protein balls. They're absolutely delicious. It's like that little tangy from the lemon. All of the ingredients, again, is food as medicine. There's a purpose for everything that goes in here. So should I start?
Yes. So explain to us the ingredients as you go through, love. And yes, I'm struggling with snacking too. I need this because 2 a.m. is my new 10 p.m.
Oh, no.
I'm watching movies and binging on Netflix and binging on food. So thank you. This couldn't have come at a better time.
This is all I know. I need to get into some more snack recipes. So every ingredient is here for a reason. All you need is these ingredients, and most people have these things in the pantry, and that's why I chose to do this, and a food processor. So the first ingredient is dates. Dates are naturally sweet, so there is no other sugar except dates, so it's a natural sugar in here, and they're full of fiber. So fiber is just something that we all need. I know I said this on the last video, but it's what's to make sure that our body moves every single morning, and that keeps us regular. So there's 12 dates in here, and you just throw these, everything just gets thrown into the food processor. Chia seeds. There is 2 tablespoons of chia seeds in here, and chia seeds, for those that don't know, are rich in an omega-3. So that's for brain health. It's almost, actually, I think it's more than what you even get in salmon, wild-caught salmon. So these are a simple way to get a good omega-3 into you, and they're also got some fiber. So there's 2 tablespoons of that. There is half a cup of sliced almonds, and that's a natural fat, a good healthy fat for us to be having. And we all need fat for brain health, for everything else. So don't be afraid of fat. And I love snacking on almonds. And when they're sliced up like this, you think you're eating more, but we're eating less because they're sliced up. So they're a good, healthy little snack to have as well in the house. So grab those, but don't eat out of the bag like I have a bad habit of doing. Portion them out of containers.
Same.
That's for all snacks. That's one little tip I'll give all of you. If you're eating chips, if you're eating anything, don't eat out of the bag because you won't stop. Portion it out. So I've really been trying to do that and not go for seconds. So you've got your almonds in here, turmeric or turmeric, however you'd like to pronounce it. So that's in here. There is in here, how much should I put in? Let me just double check. 2 teaspoons, sorry. And turmeric is great for inflammation. So that's where I typically get like an organic turmeric in here. So it's a powder, you're putting that in here. One thing you need for turmeric, the active ingredient in turmeric is curcumin. You need to add black pepper. So I'm just putting a few grounds of black pepper so that'll activate the curcumin, which is the health benefits of turmeric. And you won't really taste this. There's not enough in there for it to be that peppery taste. So it's just a few cracks of black pepper. Protein. So these are protein balls. So we need a source of protein. I prefer whey protein. It is, the reason being, it is an undenatured whey protein. And for those that don't know what that means, it means it's the way it's processed. It's cold processed. So it keeps all of the amino acid profile in there. And that's the important part of protein. That's what helps us to build lean muscle. I personally like Isagenix brand, but if you have any at home, double check what the type of protein that it is. There's also plant proteins if you can't digest whey, but just double check that it has the amino acid complex in there. because that's the important part of it. So in here, it's 1/4 cup or 1 scoop from my container. My hands are washed, so it's okay.
I know that's true.
And then the lemon. Okay, so we're wanting about a tablespoon of the lemon zest, which is, this is a zester. There's larger ones as well if you want. So from the skin of the lemon, we're just going to be putting that in. I actually already started this a little bit earlier, so there's some already in here. And you don't want to get, so when you're zesting the lemon, see how there's white part? That's what's underneath. You don't want that part. So don't keep doing it. You need to keep moving it around because that white part is that bitter section of it. So we don't want that.
So just the yellow part.
And I love that smell. It's just the yellow part. Yep. So you want to keep looking and moving it around. Now I'm not really measuring
lemon. You can use the lemon for so many things. You're not wasting the lemon.
Not wasting it. So when you use lemon, so I make a lemon drink every morning. So I'm always using it, and I'm always zesting in my foods using the skin. So anything where you're using the skin like this, make sure you're buying organic. So my lemons are always organic, and store them in the fridge so that they will last so much longer. They will actually can last up to a couple of months in the fridge, any of your citrus products. If you weren't sure about like produce right now and what to get, go back to the Rosalind Soul Cave for one of my first interviews where I talk about produce and how long it can last, especially now.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much done. And then the last ingredient in here is the juice of the lemon. So, oops, I forgot my knife. So we're just going to cut that in half. Now, a lot of recipes tell you the juice of 1 lemon, but all lemons are a different size. So this is a decent sized lemon. I'm going to start with like 1 1/2, like 1/2, and then a little bit of the other one. I'm going to blend it up and see if we need any more of it in there. For those that don't know, this is like a lemon juicer, simple and easy, so it gets all the juice in without the pits going into it.
I finally learned how to use one of those from my 16-year-old daughter. She came in the kitchen the other day and she said, Mom, you're doing it the wrong way around. I was putting the lemon upside down.
Yeah, I was going to split back at you. And then the other half, I'm going to do just a little bit of it and see how we go. And actually, I forgot to put the main ingredient in to get these balls to all work. Oatmeal.
Oh, nice.
And over to the side, because I actually wanted to show you the package of it. So oats are supposed to be gluten-free, but there's a lot of cross-contamination. So you want to buy an oat that actually has on here that it is gluten-free. I know you've probably seen this back to front. Gluten-free, that it's non-GMO, which means that it does not have all the chemicals sprayed on there, because oats are one of the ones that have high contamination. And this one I particularly like because they're sprouted, which means that they're getting a lot of the nutrients are still in here. It's the younger sprouts of the oats. And then it actually is certified glyphosate free. So we don't have any of that chemical in there with carcinogenic. So this is actually my favorite brand to use. No, I'm not affiliated with them, but this is a brand that I particularly like.
And where did you get that, just in case?
That's in Whole Foods, but I've seen this brand on like Thrive Market, a couple of online stores, and even my little grocery store just near me they didn't have the oats, but they have this brand, which I think is called One Degree. They have cereals, they have everything there, and it's all sprouted grains, and they're all glyphosate free, gluten free, they're all completely clean. Okay. So, right, my daughter loves to have lots of cereals, so I've been buying this particular brand for her. And this is the only oat brand that I'll buy. So it's 1 cup. I'm going to add that in too. Everything just gets dumped into the food processor. Simple, easy, anybody can do it. Put the lid on, and we're going to blend this up.
I love watching that part.
It's a little noisy.
Not here. We can't hear it.
So I'm going to take the lid off. I want to, I think I'm going to add in the rest of the lemon. It actually smells really good, but it needs a little, it's not too bad. It's sticking together. So you want it to be that like sort of doughy consistency. So I'm going to use the rest of that. You just never know, because depending on how, like I've had those dates in my pantry for a little while, so they may have been a little bit more dried out if they're completely fresh, or if you, sometimes people soak them in water. So all of these recipes are meant to be adaptable. So you could have added a little bit of like almond butter. You could add actually a little bit of ginger in here, would be really good. I'm going to do that next time, I think. So the beauty of like these protein balls, you can completely make up your own recipes. I have another one where it's like all these superfoods, which I purposely didn't do for us today because it's not necessarily ingredients people would have in their pantry. But it's easy, make up your own, put in almond butters, natural fats. You can use coconut oil in there as well to bind it all together. So many different things, so they're healthy. As long as you're putting the fiber, the protein in there, and then some natural spices that give you all these health benefits.
This is where we need our music.
You want it to get ground down, so you can roll it into a ball. I like mine a little chunky, but we want it to be ground down enough so you're not going to choke on any of those nuts or anything. Okay, I think we're looking good now. Roll my sleeves up for this one. So if you can see that, they're all ground down into a fine little paste here. It's easy to mound into your hand. But the best little thing that I like to use, because I have a problem with portion control, I would like start off with small balls and they'll end up being really big. This little scooper. Not an ice cream scooper because that's way too big. I have this, it's one of those melon ball scoopers. Yeah. But if you're all good with eyeballing it all, you can do it yourself. It's just packing it into, oops, that just went flying. Packing it in, and then just really taking it out, and it creates a little ball.
So
and
easy.
Then, yep, and then all you're going to do is roll it into some coconut. Some will come apart a little bit, but that's okay. And then these are bites, literally, whoops, these are literally bite-sized. You might need to press them a little more. But these are bite-sized protein balls. Perfect. And if I went a little smaller, you're going to be eating like 3 or 4 of these, but you feel like you've eaten more. Yeah. And that's all it is. Super simple, easy. You can get your kids to do it for you. Keep these in the fridge in an airtight container, and these will last you about a week in the fridge. Well, they won't last a week in the fridge with me here, eating them, but you can in a sealed container, keep them in the fridge. And then just having a few of these, when they're this size, 3 to 4 of them, it's enough to hold you over for a nice healthy snack.
That's brilliant and simple. And you know, you've been talking the whole time, but that could be, seriously, that could be 10 minutes max.
Oh, it is. That's like literally, so I was explaining everything, but it really is like a 10-minute quick snack to make. And there's different versions, like for my son, like doing chocolate versions of this, playing up with it so that the kids are going to want it. Like I know not everybody likes lemon, that tangy taste, but there's so many different versions that you can make so that the whole family's going to like them. So they're healthy snacks to have in the house right now.
So brilliant, Linda, and simple and easy. I just can't wait for the next Linda C cooking demo.
Wonderful. Me too. Thank you for having me again, Wendy.
Thank you, sweetheart, and we'll see you next week. And I'm going to go make these right now. I'm in the mood.
Good.
Goodbye.
All right. Bye.